The Houston Rockets have lost Fred VanVleet for the whole entire season. He tore his ACL today, according to Shams Charania. What I find interesting about this is they don't mention how he tore his ACL. That's what I'm really curious about. I'm guessing he tore it by playing some random pickup basketball, whether it's around his home or somewhere else, working out with players. That would be my assumption. Grant, you could tear your ACL in other ways, but I think most likely he was playing basketball when he tore his ACL. So this is a huge loss for the Rockets, like I said, because when you look at the Rockets roster, they don't really have that many guards that can fill in for Fred VanVleet or provide what he was doing for them on both ends of the court. You just look at who they have. They have Aaron Holiday. He's not as good. You have trying to see who else they have at the guard. It's very, very limited. They have some guy named JD Davidson. I've never heard of this guy before. I don't know if he's some guy that they just drafted. Nah, he played last year, so that shows you I don't really follow the Rockets that much. But yeah, looking at this guy's stats, he sucks. So they don't have much, but I do know they were high on their rookie that they drafted last year, but they hardly ever played him. The rookie they drafted last year, Reed Shefford, he was the third pick of last year's NBA draft. He didn't play most of last year. Udoka decided to basically redcoat him in the sense, feeling that he wasn't ready to contribute to the team. This definitely gives him an opportunity to prove himself this year because he's going to get a lot of minutes to fill in for VanVleet. I definitely think he's going to get his minutes, but this loss, it'll be interesting to see how the Rockets can recover from it. I don't know who they can get on the open market to fill in the loss for Fred VanVleet, but it's definitely going to affect them because he was a very important contributor to their team. I'm just looking up his numbers right now from last year. His numbers were solid from last year, not great. He averaged 14.1 points per game. His efficiency was terrible last year. 37 overall from the field, 34 from three. He averaged 5.6 assists, so he was a decent playmaker, and he got you 1.6 steals. So it's kind of like a mixed bag with Fred VanVleet. To me, he's always been this streaky player. He's either really cold or he's really hot when it comes from shooting, but he's an important player because he can space the floor, especially for a guy like Kevin Durant. Now, they don't have that. The Rockets really don't have any, I would say, legit scorers outside of Kevin Durant. When you look at their roster, like there's no one I would say is a bona fide scorer. None of these guys. Kevin Durant is gonna have to carry this team next season, and that'll definitely be interesting to see how much Kevin Durant can do at his old age. But a lot is going to be on his shoulders to carry his team. Now that they lost their only offensive threat, I felt that was capable of scoring 20 points a game. Granted, he didn't average it last year, but there's nobody else on this roster. But maybe Amin Thompson might take his game to another level this upcoming season. You got to hope if you're a Rockets fan, if he can somehow fix his jump shot, possibly he could be a 20-point scorer, but that's a big if. You have to hope that Reed Shefford breaks out, that he can fill in the role. But yeah, a very tough situation for the Rockets to be in. I wonder if it will affect their ability to make the playoffs. Possibly it could. The West is very deep, and losing a key player like that definitely hurts. So I don't have anything else to say about this.